Want to learn how to control the mind of a woman? Believe it or not, but it can be done, and in 3 steps only too. Before I teach you how to control the mind of a woman, though, here's a fair warning. Mind control is a double-edged sword. Use it correctly, and it can give you a love life that's to die for. Fun, exciting, rewarding, and full of love and support from the woman, or women, of your dreams. On the other hand, use it carelessly, and it'll cut you. It'll hurt your relationships and your life so badly you'll wish you never tried it in the first place. So let's use it correctly from the beginning, okay? That being said, here's a quick history of mind control. Whether you're aware of it or not, but the human condition is all about mind control. Here's what that means. Society's growth and development is driven by one thing: influence. At any given moment in your life, you're either influencing other people or being influenced by them. Sometimes even both at the same time. Everything you know, believe, and stand for was influenced by something or someone. No exceptions. Creepy when you think about it, huh? Now here's a question. Is influence a good thing or a bad thing? Here's the answer. Neither. It's neutral. It depends on the outcome. If the influence results in a good outcome, then it's good. If it brings about a horrible result, then it's bad. Makes sense, right? And nowhere is influence more in play than in love, dating, and relationships. Now, here's what it means for you. Influence can either work for you or against you. And this guide will help you make sure mind control makes your life so much better instead of worse. We'll start by talking about the 2 biggest mind control mistakes that men make with women. Avoid these 2 mistakes, and you'll be halfway towards having mind control on your side. Before I tell you what they are, do take 2 seconds to give this guide a quick like down below. After you do, I'll tell you what the 2 mistakes are, and you might be shocked to realize you've made them before. Or worse, you might even still be making them now. So what are they? Click like right now, and we'll start the guide. Go ahead, do it now. Click like, and I'll share with you the 2 biggest mistakes that men make with women. I'll wait here. Done? Great, thanks. So here are the 2 biggest mind control mistakes men make with women. The first mistake is this one: trying to persuade a woman. Maybe you've tried to persuade women to go out with you, or to be your girlfriend, or to sleep with you. And maybe you've noticed that you have a disappointingly low success rate when doing so. Sounds familiar? There's a good reason why trying to persuade a woman doesn't work though. First of all, persuasion means you're trying to change her mind. That is, mentally, she's already made a decision. She's on a pedestal, and she's mentally looking down upon you as you try to change her mind. No wonder it doesn't work, right? That's the first big mind control mistake that so many men make with women. Now, what's the second mistake? Here it is. It's when you try to trick a woman. I mean, do I even need to explain this? This is when a guy lies or makes false promises to a woman just to have his way with her. It's lame, and it's something I don't tolerate. What about you? Do you agree with me? Do you now see why trying to persuade or trick a woman are huge, horrible mistakes? Take a few seconds to type a quick yes or no in the comments below, just so I know what you think. Go ahead, do it now. Have you commented? Great, thanks again. Now, back to mind control. It's time to ask the obvious next question, which is, what's the correct way to control the mind of a woman? Remember the key ingredient of mind control: influence. That is, the correct way, and, in my opinion, the only way to control a woman's mind is this: to help her see that your suggestion is the most logical choice for her to make. Think of it this way. Let's say you met a hot new woman in town one day, and you invited her to have coffee with you. Now, imagine if, in her mind, she saw your invitation as the most logical choice for her to make. Imagine if she thought, well, of course I should have coffee with him. I'd be absolutely crazy not to. What would happen? She'd immediately and eagerly say yes to your invitation. That's what. Or let's say you've been dating a great woman for a while, and you suggested you start seeing each other exclusively. Imagine if she thought, Well, of course we should start being exclusive with each other. I'd be insane if I turned him down. You know what would happen, right? She'll immediately say yes to becoming your girlfriend. That's the correct way to control a woman's mind. Now, the next question. How exactly do you do that? Well, the title of this guide mentioned 3 steps, right? So I'll show you 3 techniques you should start using with women from now on. These techniques will make women see your advice as the most logical choices for them to make. And you'll have much greater control over your love life. You'll get more of the results you want, and less of the outcomes you don't want. Sounds good? Before we wrap up this guide, do take a moment to click the subscribe button below. If you learned something new today, consider subscribing to my channel. And when you click the bell icon, too, you'll get notified when my latest life-changing guide goes live. Ready to take full control of your love life? Then click subscribe right now. Go ahead, do it now. Are you in? Great, you're awesome. Welcome to the club. So here are the 3 best ways to make women say yes to you. These techniques were developed by the guys at Shogun Method. It's a global mind control dating think tank for men. And yes, mind control dating is a thing. Its main goal is to help men take complete control of their relationships. As a result, they and the women in their lives will be happier and their relationships much stronger. And these 3 techniques will help you, too, achieve that for yourself. The first technique is called the Benjamin Franklin effect. It's called that because old Ben Franklin was known to make even his worst enemies like him. And he did it by asking the right questions, and so should you. More specifically, you phrase your questions in ways that make women think, wow, he's really thoughtful. Here's an example. Let's say you're with a woman who seems deep in thought. You then ask her, your boyfriend isn't stressing you out, is he? And then, if she says yes, you tell her, I thought so. Or if she says no, you still say, I thought so. Either way, she'll see you as refreshingly thoughtful, and so she'll start thinking about you more. Pretty handy conversational tool. Now, here's the second technique. It's called the debt of gratitude. Sometimes, it helps to remind her of a favor you did for her in the past. For instance, if she hesitates to go out with you, tell her something like, hey, I went to your summer play last month, remember? You owe me. A quick reminder of her debt of gratitude will immediately make her more likely to say yes to you. It's not just handy, it's also fair if you think about it. And lastly, the third technique is called the win-win. Here, you phrase your questions in a way that no matter how she answers, you'll get the outcome you want. For instance, let's say you're on a date with a woman and you'd like to invite her home, but she's hesitant. So late in the date, you ask her, so are we going to my place now or a little later? See how it works? Whether she answers now or later, you will go to your place. Now, of course, she can always say, I'm not going to your place, which, of course, you should respect. Yet combined with the Benjamin Franklin effect and debt of gratitude, you'll get a yes pretty often. And that, my friend, is how you correctly influence the mind of a woman in 3 steps. Now, let me wrap up this guide by teaching you a bonus technique. This one's called fractionation, and, used correctly, it's one of the most powerful mind control techniques you could ever learn. To give you an idea, here's what fractionation does. It doesn't just influence a woman. Instead, it makes her emotionally addicted to you. I mean, think of how women can get addicted to things like shopping, gossip, or Netflix. Now, imagine if women felt that same kind of addiction for you. That's how powerful fractionation is. And you know what? You can learn it today, too, if you want. At the end of this guide, you'll see a link. When you click on it, you'll be sent to a special online masterclass on mind control dating. The topic is, you guessed it, how to use fractionation. And you'll be amazed at how simple and powerful it is. Friendly reminder though, like most things, there's a right and a wrong way to use fractionation on women. Let's make sure we do it right, okay? So go ahead, click the link and join the online masterclass now.